So you're thinking about buying a house right here in Novi, Michigan, the noviest of all cities right here in Michigan. I don't even know if that's a word. I think I just made it up. But before you move here, you might want to check out the cost of living just to see if it's too expensive or if it's right in your budget. So stick around, guys, because we're getting after it right now. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Eric Meldrum here, your Michigan real estate agent. Now, I've lived in Michigan my whole entire life. I grew up in Metro Detroit, and I know a thing or two about it. So in this video, I'm taking you through the cost of living in Novi, Michigan. But before we get into that, if you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're returning to our channel, welcome back. We love hanging out with you. I make videos on everything Metro Detroit, what it's like to live here. We got property tours, vlog tours, and videos just like this, answering some common questions you might have before moving here. Now, if you do have questions, drop it in the comments below, or better yet, reach out. Whether you're moving here in 1 month or 1 year from now, we've got your back when doing so. We want to be the best resource for you. So if this information is helpful, consider subscribing and tapping that bell so you're the first to learn about the current market right here in Michigan and all the new videos we drop. All right, so Novi, Michigan, the noviest of all the cities here in Michigan. Yes, I made that word up and I am running with it. I am sticking to it. But where is Novi? What is it around? What's the demographics like? Let's start there. So Novi is centrally located right here in Metro Detroit. As you can see, it's really smack dab in the center. It's about 31 square miles, and it's got really easy access to freeway. So you got 96 and 696 that run east and west. You got 275 that runs north and south, and then you got M5 that runs north and south. So you can get pretty much anywhere you need to go from Novi within about 15 to 30 minutes. So if you're going to be traveling into Detroit, so you're going to be about a 30-minute drive. If you're going to DTW for travel, or maybe you travel for work, then it's going to be about 35 minutes. And if you want to get over to Ann Arbor, that's another 30 minutes as well. Some of the surrounding areas really close. You got Birmingham, West Bloomfield, Novi, Milford. You can get there pretty much anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. So good location. Demographics wise, you got 60,000 people here in Novi. Average income for a household is going to be right around $94,000. So good location, good income, and a lot of people in 31 square miles. So a little fun fact about Novi, it's ranked the number 7th best place to live here in Michigan. All right, so now that we know a little bit about Novi, where it's at, who lives there, how much money they make, so what does the real estate cost here in Novi? Well, the average or median home value in Novi is going to run you right around $325,000. So when I looked at this, and I've sold a number of homes in Novi, I looked at it and said, I think $325,000 is a little bit low. So I took out the condominiums, and the average purchase price or average median home price went up to about $475,000. So the condos do play a big role in that. There is a lot of condominiums if you're looking for a 2-bedroom or just a smaller place to live. Because we have so many types of demographics that live here, we have a lot of condos, we have a lot of single family homes, so good mix of both. But if you're looking for a home for a family and you're looking for the typical 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, maybe 22 to 2,700 square feet, I would say you're going to be budgeting right around $475,000 and up. Some of the subdivisions can go up into the 700s, 800s. If you're looking to be in a little bit nicer subdivision, or maybe have some more amenities, close by, maybe the HOA covers landscaping or does things, within the community, and those HOA fees are going to be a little bit higher. But for the most part, I would say a good budget, $475 to around $650 is going to get you a good 3-bedroom, 2-bath, nice home here in Novi. So as of today, the most expensive home on the market here in Novi is listed at $1.975 million. This is a more of a contemporary kind of modern home. It's a new construction home, so keep an eye on it and see if it sells for 1.9. I'll be interested to see if somebody buys that and actually builds that home. And the least expensive home on the market here in Novi is listed at $149,000. And again, this is a condo. So again, you have a good mix of condos, houses. So if you are looking to be in Novi for the school system and you are on a budget, you can definitely get in at a condo anywhere from $150,000 maybe up to $300,000. All right, so now that we got our real estate cost ironed out, we know what it's going to cost to live here to meet our lifestyle and our needs and all the things that we want from a subdivision or house. What is it going to cost to eat? And I'm talking about the groceries here in Novi. So from a national ranking perspective, Novi is basically right on par with the national average. I would say right there, wherever you're at, right now for your grocery cost. They might come down a little bit, they might go up a little bit, depending on if you're below or above the national average. But in terms of Novi, we're seeing right across the board with national average. Most places in Metro Detroit are going to be the same. The only difference, I think, is really going to be some of the specialty stores that you're going to go to. So if you're looking to buy, more local stuff or organic food, you're going to be spending a little bit more on average. But that's not exempt to Michigan or Novi specifically. That's all over the place. And then if you're looking for things that aren't in season and you're buying stuff, from other areas, those could be an added expense as well. All right, so in terms of grocery stores here in Novi, you're not gonna have to travel far. They're all super close to where you're gonna be. You got plenty of Kroger, plenty of Meijer, plenty of Bush's, and a Walmart here in Novi. And then you have some alternative ones like Aldi. You have Trader Joe's, which is in Northville. Costco's is nearby as well. And then if you're looking for an Indian supermarket, there's Panday Grocers, and that's nearby as well. So if I pronounce that correctly, drop it in the comments below. Let me know. It's Panday Grocers. I think that's correct. All right, so we got our house, we got our groceries. Let's talk about the property taxes. And are they high? Are they low? What are they going to? Like, what do you get for your property taxes? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Well, on average, you're going to be paying around 1.3% for your property taxes here in Novi. Now, if you've looked at some of the other Metro Detroit cities that I've covered and talked about the cost of living, that's slightly below a lot of the other cities that are in Metro Detroit. We just talked about Royal Oak not too long ago. Those are about 1.5% of the home value. So when you take a house like an average $500,000 house here in Novi, multiply that by 1.3%, you're going to be paying on average around $6,600 per year for your property taxes. Now, those property taxes are going to something really good because you do have really good school systems here in Novi. So the property taxes are not that expensive and you get a really great school system for it as a bonus. All right, we got our house, we got our groceries, we got the property taxes, we got great schools. Now, what are the utilities going to cost us here? So on average, you're going to be paying around $270 per month, and that includes gas, electric, city water, and city sewer. Now, a lot of Novi is in the city limits, so you're going to have city water, city sewer. There's very few parts of Novi, and I don't even think a lot of those places exist anymore where there's a septic or a well for some homes. You might find some of the homes on the outer skirts, kind of near like the Wixom area to the west, but for the most part, you're going to have city water and city sewer in Novi. So on average, $270 per month will get you gas, electric, water, and sewer. Now, of course, if you got a cable package or internet, we do have Xfinity, Comcast. They've been changing their names so often I can't even keep up. But if you're going to be doing a streaming package, internet, cable, all those things, I would say you're going to budget right around $200 a month for cable and internet. If you want to go to a higher package, you get a gig or fiber optic, it might be a little bit more. Then you can also get some cheaper options. So if you're just doing internet like a lot of people are doing today, you can probably get away with maybe budgeting for like $100 just for internet, or maybe even less than that. All right, so we covered the basics. You got your house, you got your utilities, you got your property taxes, we got great school systems here. What about some of the fun stuff, Eric? What are we going to do for entertainment? Are we going to be like house poor and not be able to go out to eat or go to the movies or do anything fun? Well, I don't think that's the case here in Novi. I don't believe the cost of living for any of that stuff is going to be outrageous, but here's some examples. I always like to use my family as an example. So when my wife and I do date night, we've gone to Novi quite often for dinner. We'll take our girls out to eat. When we're doing a trip to 12 Oaks Mall, we'll spend the day there or a couple hours and go to lunch, go to dinner afterwards, depending on what time of day it is. But here's some costs that we found as pretty run-of-the-mill for Novi. So when we're going out to lunch, we're probably going to spend right around $50 to $60 if we're eating in the mall. Good places in there, California Pizza Kitchen. You got the Sedona Grill. I've talked about that before, actually Sedona Tap House. But great places in there. So about $60 for lunch. For dinner, if we're going out for just the two of us and we're having a date night, we'll probably spend anywhere from $75 to $110 for dinner. And that's probably on average 1 to 2 cocktails, at dinner. But if we're taking the family out for a dinner and we're gonna go maybe do a dinner and a movie that night, we could spend anywhere from $100 to $175. Guys, those movie tickets for these theaters, they're pretty insane. And movie theaters have really upped their game. So if you're looking for a good movie theater, I would suggest the Imagine Theater. The seats are super comfortable. They got cocktails there now. They got food. I mean, you could even go to the movie theater, have dinner, drinks, and a movie all at once. we like splitting it up. I like to go to a restaurant, but let me know what you like to do down in the comments below. And if you're looking for some recommendations on some great places to eat here in Novi, I got 3 of them for you. So first up is Diamond Jim Brady's. Great restaurant, great service, and great food. So if you're looking for a steak or something a little bit more upscale, Diamond Jim Brady's is going to be the place to be. All right, number 2 is Steve and Rocky's. Now, Steve and Rocky's is a seafood place. So if you're looking for oysters, shrimp cocktail, all the fish that you can eat, like Steve and Rocky's is the place to go. So you definitely want to check it out if you do like seafood. All right, so number 3 is Shiro Restaurant. Now, it's a sushi place, but I go there for not only the great sushi, but a great experience. The old style home that this restaurant's based into is kind of like a mansion, and you got dining upstairs, downstairs. Everything is really in more of its original decor in there. So it's really cool to kind of walk in, be in this time capsule, and then you're sitting down and you get this amazing sushi experience. So I would highly recommend you go check that out. And no, the place is not haunted, even though it looks like it is. All right, so there you have it, the cost of living in Novi, Michigan. Now, I wouldn't say it's the most expensive place to live here in Metro Detroit, and I wouldn't say it's the cheapest, but hey, you got great school systems, you got a wide variety of real estate, you got condos, single family homes, you got great subdivisions. If you're looking to be tied in with a community, Novi is a great place and a great option to consider. And you got plenty of shopping nearby. So you got 12 Oaks Mall, the Fountain Walk, and pretty much everything you need. Stores like DSW, the Container Store, Old Navy, and much more really close by. Now, remember, if you're moving here in 1 month or 1 year from now, do not hesitate to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. I've even got my Calendly link down below in the description so you can schedule a call with me. And as always, I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move here to Michigan. And I want to be the best resource for you. So make sure you subscribe and tap that little bell so you're notified every time we come out with a new video and to learn about the current market right here in Michigan. All right, guys, until next time, go check out these videos and enjoy some of the other places that we've covered here in Michigan, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.